Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Thomas if you're brand new, and I make style and hair related videos every single week. So if that's your kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button and come back and visit me every single Monday. In today's video, I'm just going to be doing a quick eyebrow tutorial, or pretty much how I do my eyebrows quickly. Oh, why did I want to do this video? Well, a while ago I did a video about how to make the man bun look more masculine, and thickening or darkening your eyebrows was one of my tips. And I did say I would give an updated tutorial on how I'm doing my eyebrows. And the reason for that is because over the years, like the last 4 or 5 years that I've been doing this, I have had many different ways of doing my eyebrows. I've used eyebrow gels, I've painted them different ways, and I feel like this way is probably the most simple. Not only that, if you look at my eyebrows right now, they are quite wiry and crazy. So what I find this tutorial kind of does is just smooth it over and give my face more of a framed, bolder look. And it's very simple. All it requires is like a brush, some color, and saliva. It's so gross. It's pretty gross that I use saliva on my eyebrows, but I've stopped using eyebrow gel because I found it started getting a little bit clumpy. So this is a very quick tutorial that you can do. It takes about like 5 minutes, and not even that actually. But yeah, I'm just going to show it to you today. So without further ado, let's get into it. When it comes to prepping eyebrows, so I always get a monobrow in here. It's never like a full solid monobrow. It's just like a few black hairs that stick out, and unless you looked at my face really closely, which nobody really ever does, but I notice it, I always pluck them out before I do anything. And then I always notice that on top of my eyebrow as well, I usually get a few stray hairs climbing up my forehead. So I always make sure I pull them out with my tweezers as well. I don't really worry about the under here. And the reason is I feel like that leaves a bit more of the masculine look there. They don't look too like done up. So if you have a look on the close-up cam right now, you can see my eyebrows. They're also a bit patchy. So I've got quite a thick brow here. And then as we get along, it gets quite patchy and like rugged. So the first thing I do is literally, I put a bit of saliva on my thumbs, and then what I'll do is I'll just shape them to go down that way, like this. It's kind of like the replacement for the gel. And after that, I will use my little brush. It's a slanty brush, just like this. And I've got my Body Shop color. So look, I'm not an eyebrow expert, but this little mirror and color palette from the Body Shop seems to serve me really well. I've had these for years. It doesn't take much. I don't run out of it a lot, and I've been able to use the same all the time. So I find this better than like a pencil. I feel like a pencil's a little bit too precise and a little bit too pigmented. I find with this, I've got more control over it, if you know what I mean. And what I'll do is I'll just slightly stroke my brush onto the brown color. If I use the black, it actually goes way too dark. So I find using the brown is a far better option. But I'll just get a little bit of color on that, like this. And then what I do, so this is where we actually come in and apply the eyebrow. So one thing to note is your eyebrow should always, where your, like the little corner of your eye is here, you want that to line up with your eyebrow. If it goes over, that's where you know you need to pluck. So you would do all that groundwork beforehand before you start filling in. And then from there, I make sure the slanted pointy end is pointing down towards my nose. And what I'll do is I'll sort of just touch on the very beginning of the eyebrow and then move the brush along. And when I get to about mid-brush or mid-brow, I start to turn the brush and take it to the edge, like that. And you'll notice, like, there's still a couple of patchy bits in here, but then that's when you go back in and you just fill it in. And then with the ends, I just kind of let them go out naturally like this. And now also, so if I look in the front camera here, you can see the difference straight away. See how patchy that one is and more filled in that one is? This is the look I like to go for. It's still quite scraggy and bushy, which is that natural look. It's just more filled in and a lot more tidy, I think. You will notice as well, so I probably, if we look up at the close cam, I've actually gone a little bit overboard here. And this is where you use spit as well, but you can actually get rid of like any patchy parts that you do. And like underneath there, it might be a little bit too bold. And you're trying to make it look as filled in as possible, but still keeping like a natural sort of look. Just like this. And then what I would do after that is simply just go in again. I'll probably get rid of all that excess color. Just grab a little bit more brown again, both sides of the brush, and then we do it the other side. The cool thing about this as well is if you do fuck it up, which I do all the time, you can just use saliva, get rid of it, get a tissue, then start again. So we're making sure our eyebrow starts where the corner of our eye starts, pointy end down to the nose. Then we're gonna lift the eyebrow a little bit. This is so tricky to do on camera. I usually do this up really close in the mirror. Then when we get to mid-brow, we start turning, followed to the end. Yep, fucked that one up, didn't I? This is what happens. See here, I've probably put a little bit too much down there. So I've gone in too low. What I'll do is I'll use a bit of saliva to just patch that up a little bit. And then it's just about slightly touching it up. Now I'm looking at that one, I like this one better. There's a saying in girl world as well, in case you guys didn't already know, but they're like, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. And I think that's because you can never get them both identical. Well, some people can, but look, I can't. And if you're wanting to get them identical, you're watching the wrong video, okay? I'm a little bit rough around the edges. I just like to have like a really simple technique. So, and if they are a little bit uneven, that's okay. The main purpose is to just fill and bulk and sort of tidy them up a little bit while still looking natural. That's the main focus here. Looking good. You just play around with them until you're happy with them. Like when they look good in the mirror and you can look back and go, oh, okay, yep, I'm happy with that. Like I can see it in our big screen cam here. Like I'm really happy with how that looks. Up close, I'm really happy with how they look as well. No, I didn't get the points identical, but again, that adds to like the more like shaggy natural look. And you can't exactly tell, unless you didn't watch this video, nobody ever really picks up that my eyebrows are even different. So yeah, it's just like a really nice, simple way. And see how instantaneously, if we put some side-by-side footage of my first, like when I first started this video, you'll see my eyebrows are quite patchy and weird, but now they're just more filled in. And literally, that should take you no more than 5 minutes to do in the morning, or like when you're going out. I always like to do it when I'm going out overnight. I don't do it every day. I work from home a lot and I don't really go out or see many people. Putting my eyebrows on isn't something that I do all the time, but it is something that I like to do just to enhance my features a little bit more and feel like a little bit more polished. So yeah, these items can be found at the Body Shop. You can use an eyebrow pencil if you want, whatever works for you. This is just my like updated sort of eyebrow routine of what I do. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I dig. Please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. And I think that's all I've got for you this week. I really hope you enjoyed it. I am trying to play up with different types of content, so your opinion is really, really valued here. So make sure you do leave it in the comment section. And yeah, I'll see you next week for another video, okay? Goodbye. Eyebrows.